If you are under the age of 18 and are watching this video, please stop now. This content was not intended for you. Hey everybody, it's Tamika and I am here to do a process video with you guys. I am in a swap where I 150% struggled, and today is actually the last day to finish it. So it's super early in the morning because I stayed up planning and doing all this stuff. I didn't wait till the last minute. I literally was stressing over this the whole time. The whole time, because I was unsure of what I was going to do. So the swap is a traveler's notebook page. I've done binder mail, but for some reason this was, I don't know if it's my mojo or I don't know what it was, but I was stuck, stumped, everything, all of the above. I couldn't. Anyway, so I figured maybe somebody else was struggling and wanted to kind of see how the process was, because I was trying to Google like inserts, and I was just like, somebody please help a sister out. So anyway, it's a spring theme. You have to do you have to do tags and inserts. You have to do like 2 flips, 3 pockets, a paper clip, and 1/2-inch border on the side, and I believe that's it. I think that's all. Has to be 8 by 4.5. Pockets, tags, flips, paper clip. Yeah, spring theme. Do whatever paper you want within the last, like current paper. So I chose to use Garden Party because I still have a lot of it even after my memory decks swap. So this is what I did. I had to break it in parts because I sketched everything out how I wanted it to be on regular paper, and then I kind of put it together with paper clips, see how that looked, and once I was okay with it, I sealed the deal and then made adjustments from there. So they are like 90+% the same. The things that made different would be the tags, but they all have the same elements and the bold colors. So that's about it, but they all should look the exact same. So I'm going to do this one here with you guys. I won't do measurements because everybody's can be the same, but just know that this dimension is 4.5 and this dimension is 8. So I left this 1/2 inch out on the side so that they're able to, so that'll be closed, and they're able to bind whatever they need to bind on the side there. So everything else is up to you. You just mat your paper accordingly. All right. And plus I had to just be different. Like, I just can't just put a piece of paper here and flip. I was like, how are you guys putting the flips in here? How are you? I don't know why I was so lost. So anyway, what I did was go ahead and cut out all of my pieces, all repetitions, because I have to make 4 and then 1 for the hostess. So I had to make 5. And so I did like one day after I get everything together, just giving you my tips. I sketched it out, made the plan. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it. Wrote down my measurements and then cut out everything to size. And then so day 1, or the time that I had to craft, I took all of my items and like stitched them together. And so the next thing, so the first thing that we're going to do here is I'm going to stitch the things that I need to stitch. But first I'm going to show you how the layout's going to be. So I'm going to be stitching, you know what? I'm just going to stitch right now and come back. I think that'll be easier than doing all this and then coming back. So I'll be right back. All right, change that plan. I'm actually going to show you guys what I'm sewing together. And I just burnt my finger with a hot glue gun, so I got a little owie, but it's okay. So I'm going to put these 2 together just like this. It's going to serve 2 purposes. This is going to be this panel here. I'm using 120-pound weight cardstock. I've already scored, how I wanted it to go. And I'm going to just sew right around the perimeter. So this will serve as one of the pockets, and it'll also hold another pocket as well. And then so I'm going to stitch that. And then I have an envelope that I made, and this is actually from Snow and Cocoa paper collection, but it matched. It doesn't have any frosty, elements on it. So I felt it was okay to use. And this is going to be the next panel on the TN. And so what I'm going to do here, because it's going to count as a flip and a pocket, 2 in 1. Here we go, pocket and pocket. And this is going to be a flip. So when I stitch this, I'm also going to punch a little hole here. And I might as well go ahead and do that now because this is also going to serve as a pocket. So I'm going to kind of center that. And like that. All right, I'm going to stitch all around this perimeter and make sure I include this envelope in here. And then fold that just like that, cut off this extra. All right, so I'm going to stitch all around that. And then this is the tag that's going to go on the inside here. So I'm going to stitch the front panel, which is that. I'm going to stitch the back panel. And then I have the two panels that go on the top and bottom, or the top and the underside of the little flip that's going to go inside. So I'm going to stitch all of these elements as well. So that's going to go there. And I will be stitching this. This is like part of the front piece. And for the back piece, I'll be stitching this with these. I'll be using as pockets as well. So I ripped some paper and one, two, oh, there it is. I ripped some paper off. Oh gosh. And then I'm going to lay this on here kind of wonky like that, because there'll be pockets. So I make sure that they layer on top of each other. Kind of, you know, do that. And then down here, and then I'll stitch around the perimeter, cut off the excess, and then these will be pockets. So I'll do that, and I think that is all the stitching that I have that I'm going to do. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and get the stitching done, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back with all of the stitched pieces that we have all put together. So just gonna get organized here. And I stitched everything with some gold metallic thread. Everything has a straight stitch besides this front panel, which has a zigzag stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay these down. Remember, this is my pull tag here. So I'm just going to use some wet glue. Put that on here. And I just did like a small sliver of a border on all of my pieces. But yeah, just go according to what your measurements are. And just, if you like the border like I do, then just put a little, you know, when you get ready to do your layers, make it a skinny bit skinnier. All right. All right. So I'm just going to layer all of these on here, just like so. Great. A little border there. And do the same thing for the back one. Okay, that's that. And then I have this little, while I'm sitting here, or while this is sitting here, I have these two pieces. It's actually a cutout from another piece that I'm using. It's the negative, or this is the negative of the piece that I'm using. So I figured I'd use all parts of the chicken, so to speak. So I made this my little closure piece, and I'm just backing the pattern paper with some 110-pound weight cardstock. I'm going to grab a little bit of hot glue and put it on one side. And then put that right there in the middle. Okay. All right, so that goes like that. Nice and pretty like. I'm gonna grab this cute little bow sticker, put her there, because it has to be somewhat flat in order for it to work, period. So when you're making your little pull tag, you can put photos if they want there or what have you on there. Ephemera, make sure it's smaller than your base. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off close to that stitch. And then to prevent it from getting caught when you put the tag in and out, I'm gonna use some clear tape and secure that down, the edge. Okay. That goes like that. And then in here, we got some ephemera. This is how this is how it is, guys. This is how I work, right? It's this, and then I know it's another, oh, there's the other piece. I'm just putting like little tags in here that the recipient can use. Just trying to find all the rest of my stuff for this. I printed off one of the garden party papers because I have the digital collection as well. And then I printed off on some wax paper, and that's going to go on here, in here too. So I'm going to use, it's another pocket. It'll be another pocket and another flip and a place to hold tags. So it's a 3-in-1. She said tags, inserts, journaling, tickets, etc. So that's that. So that's a pocket. It's going to be a flip and it's holding tags, honey. You had to be an engineer to get this done. All right, I'm just using a piece of washi tape. Close that up. And then I'm going to use a piece of clear tape. This is why I like this clear tape so much. You can see right through it. And I'm avoiding this, the opening here, because I don't want it to interfere with opening and closing. Cut off the extra. And I'm going to cut this down a little bit, like halfway down. So we don't need that much. Okay. I don't want to use these scissors for this, but all right, so that's that. I'm going to turn this a little sideways, and right there on the edge, I'm going to fold that over the back. And then I'm going to add another longer piece of decorative washi tape that goes along with this. Kind of add decoration and cover the clear tape. And now you can keep this secure. So washi tape, I don't feel this is as secure, but it does, mask items, and it does make things look cute. So it's a 2-in-1. So there's my flip. Open this up. It has the tickets and its pocket. And then we have this pocket here, which is going to just hold these 2 pieces of ephemera. I'll take this off here. I'm just going to add a little heart down there. Stick that in. Boom. And then with this, I have some double-sided removable tape, because I don't like it flipping and flopping when you open it and everything is going all every which way. So I'm going to keep mine with a little double-sided tape there and a little piece of double-sided tape on here. And then this is the outside of this die, but I'm going to use it because I really wanted the negative, but I'm going to use this too and put that on here. So I'm going to wet spray this real quick. Okay, my wet spray's on there, and I'm just going to lay that there just to add, a little bit of texture on here. Okay, I'm going to add a Another little sticker there. And then one more sticker here. And then now I can put my removable die on there. So you can, that's that. Do whatever you want. You can put a little frame, a little picture there, some words, and then you open this, and then you have stuff in there. It's a pocket. So that's my flip tag, blah, 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 pocket on there. And I think, okay, now we can go to this. This is the inside pocket on the left. And I die cut out a little stitched rectangle, and I just added some hot glue around the perimeter here. That's going to hold some tags that I have from the collection. It's going to fit right in there. This I have stitched as well. That's going to go on top. It's also going to serve as a little flip. I'm going to put a little piece of tape on it, cut it down, and put the flip on there like that. Found some washi that I think goes perfectly with this. I'm just going to put that on top like so. And that can flip up. You can journal, add a couple dates, do whatever you want to do there. And I'm going to add another little heart sticker there. So we got some more tags and another pocket and another flip. So I've met my requirements. So then I have these two little inserts here, and they are just going to go on the inside just like that. And it's a good way to use some of that space for journaling. So that's how that's going to go. But I'm going to add a couple stickers to it. I'm going to add this little bunny there. And this cute little hedgehog here. And then that's just going to slide in like so. So there's that journal page. Tickets, you know, stuff. So that's just going to go on there. That's done. So now we can start putting this part on. I forgot to sew the last page. And I've put my sewing machine away. Dag nabbit. I'll be back. Okay. Here we go. That's done. Now, go ahead and cut off this extra. All of this. And then I did go ahead and seal the bottom row down here so that the cards, you know, wouldn't fall through, or the tags or whatever else the recipient puts in here. Okay, that's all done. Okay, so that's, you know, secure. It just won't go through there. So I just have one tag that goes in there like that. And then while we're back here, I might as well go ahead and finish this part up. If you guys watched any of the other videos, I had made these little sample like swap cards that I was going to include, so I don't have to print one out every time. So that's what I'm doing here, using up my extra pieces. And then I'm just going to add this little sticker here from the collection, fold it over, tighten that up. I got a little flat back pearl so they'll know to pull here. And it's just my card on here. And then I'll put like the swap information there on the back, and I'll just leave that tucked in, you know, like that. And then I have, I'm going to grab this little label as well. So in case that falls out or they take that out and they say, oh, okay, and then they lost it, this is going to be stuck on the back so the recipient will know where it came from. Oops. So I got my little Created by Scrap the World labels here. I put that there. And then finally, I got some handmade ribbon that I'm going to put on here to tie everything together. We're going a little bit out of order. It's not like front to back. It's just we get there when we get there. That's the order that we're doing this in. Take that off. And then, no, I just dropped all my labels. All right, I'm just gonna sear the end here so they don't fray. Put that right on top. Loose threads. That's like that. Easy peasy. I'm gonna put this off to the side because this is easy to, I gotta wait to the end for that. All right, now we can start putting these things together. First thing I'm gonna do, glue this piece on with some wet glue. And I'm going to put this closer to the score mark over there. That's done. Okay. Oh, and there's my little piece. The little morsels that I find at the, when I get done cutting the paper down, I was ripping up and putting on the little tickets here. I'm gonna grab 2 of these. Might as well use them. I mean, what else am I gonna use them for? And I'm gonna cut them down. Where's the other one? There's this one here. Cut it down. Okay. Use my little stapler here. This already has a staple in it anyway. So, like a photo staple, a fake staple. Do a little X on there. And then this one as well. I'll put this one on that side. Put that back in there. There we go. So that's that. And then I'm going to glue this on close to the edge. And I'm going to use wet glue for this too. And I'm just going to go around the left side, the bottom, and the right. Because we need that lip up there and that little extra piece to have room to move out. And I'm doing a tiny strip around that perimeter so we can have as much room as we need, as we can, for the pull-out element. Okay. And I'm just going to go around here, make sure this is secure. I'll let that dry for a second. Close that up. And this is going to go on front, and this is left simple for a reason, because my little extra cool element doesn't need any distractions. So we need to keep this as simple as possible. So I just picked a pretty piece of paper and did a pretty little zigzag stitch, and that is it. You won't need anything else. And that's how that looks. How cute that is. So adorable. And then now we can stick our little tag in here. All right, and that just slides right in. Just like that. There we go. That just slides right in. Just like that. Okay, so that's that pocket. And then I'm going to add double-sided tape to this flap. Removable. I didn't want to put Velcro on here, but the double-sided tape will work. How cute is that? And the next thing I'm going to do is a little paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and get that done since we have this open. Really just trying to avoid the front. It's taking so long. And I have one bow. These bows are by Ariel. She had made them for me a while ago. Now, where's the other one? Here it is. So I got matching bows. And I'm going to put a little glue there. I have my gold paper clip because we have to do an altered paper clip. And this is my altered paper clip. Again, keeping things small. I saw people had paper bowls. I saw they had like a little felty. So hopefully this is not too bulky. I have two of these back to back. Making sure they're nice and even. And then I just had this clipped in here like this. I can get rid of the glue strings off of my fingers. We'll be okay. So I just have this clipped in like that. So that's the middle of my TN. And then that's going to be like so. All right, and then for this, that's going to close up. But first, I'm going to go ahead and add my little element here. And of course, you know it's not me if I didn't throw a little shaker in there. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have added this yet. See, I went out of turn. Let me melt this off really quick. It won't take long. So now I'm going to add hot glue and add my pizzazz. Like that. No one will know. Just finish this out here. And now we can cut off this extra piece. I put the ribbon right there, so don't forget. Don't forget, Tamika. Don't forget, Tamika. Don't forget, Tamika. Tamika forgets. Now we can add some hot glue to close up this top. Okay. Now, how cute is that? I was like, it's missing something. It's missing something. There we go. Add some little pizzazz to the side. All right, now we can go ahead and get this part together, which is the last part. Almost to the last. And then this is this cute little bunny that I made. You know, you think of spring, you think of bunnies, you think of all that good stuff. So I'm going to put a little bunny together with a shaker. All right. So I have bunny on the front and the back. So when you close it, you can still see it. My bunny is going to face right. So I'm going to do that one first. And I have it cut out in gold, acetate, and 120-pound weight white cardstock. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer all of my pieces together using this wet glue. Okay. And then I'm going to start on the back, just doing the same thing. So I'm going to do that, work backwards, and I'll be back. So the first thing I'm going to do is, that's going to go down like that. I'm going to put this on this side. I'm going to put my little rail. I made this SVG, so it's just a cute little, quick little SVG. So if you're a Patreon, this will be in your Patreon if you want it. So this is going to go there. And I'm just going to glue this down first. And I'm also going to just like ladle it with just like a couple of dots of hot glue. Just a couple to kind of help me out here while I'm laying this on there. While it dries. All right, so that's going to go on like so. Just like that. And then on the opposite side, I have my little mix here. My little bunny mix. Ouch. I just hit my side and I'm trying to breathe through the pain. Just put that in there. I want a nice, you know, nice amount of it. I want it to kind of cover it. I'm trying to keep it off the edges here, or else it won't seal good. And then I've got a little bit going in the ears as well. Let that sit nicely. Quick second. And then I'm going to grab this piece and put it on the opposite side. I'm going to turn this towards me a little bit. And this is going to go on top of there. Just line this part up, because if I know if that's lined up, everything else is going to be lined up. All right. And I'm just going to take a second and smooth these things out. And then the last thing that I do is I shake it like all the way to make sure that that's nice and secure. So when it left here, it was good to go. All right, so now I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on here to close this up. And I'm putting it more on the inside so it can have a little bit of room to wiggle. It's not going to be that much room to open and close because it's just how the construction is, but it'll have some room. All right, and that's going to just go right down there. See how it makes this kind of limited? So it's not going to open up all the way like it just did, but it'll open up enough for you to get to where you got to get to. And then to cover this up, I got a little strip of cardstock here. I'm gonna cut off the extra. And I have this little, I don't even know what these are called, these little dots that I was using. Just gonna cut this off right here. And then I know I have to leave some room for them to put the ring, the binder ring in it. So I measured to make sure they can still punch a hole around this. If not, they can take a little tiny heat gun and just roll this on off and put another piece of cardstock. But I have it very, very close to the edge. And I believe it's a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch. So they should be okay. And I just want to leave this naked. There we go. And look how cute that is. Super adorable. Opens that. You have your little pieces in here. Oh, I moved that paper clip out so that I could get a flat little thing here. That's going to go right there. It's a little open over here so that I could slide in my seam binding, because I'm using that as my closure piece. And then for that little piece, I'm going to use some hot glue. Just be careful not to get those sequins in there as you're doing this. And I'm just going to use a little piece, or get a little piece in there. All right. It's nice and secure there. And I have it in between the cardstock layer. That's why I did this gold layer and then the acetate and then the cardstock layer, so that I could glue cardstock layer to cardstock and this will stay. So now flipping this over to the back, this is why I didn't glue the back down, because I had to apply the back of this and I needed to make sure I had a good placement. So this is where the bunny is ending, and this is where we'll place our glue, like that. And then now we can put the back on, which was this, just like so. Just lay this right on top, making sure I get that making sure I get this seam binding in there. And then I'm just going to cut that down, or cut that in half. I'm going to put a little glue on the edge, and then I'm just going to roll it, create like a little point, and do the same thing for this one. Create like a little point there. And then I'm going to take these little pink iridescent charms and feed them through here. And then I'll do the other one. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot. Let's see, first, before I do that, I don't think that's enough. Let me just get a quick measurement of how much I need. Just do a loose little bow here. So maybe about right here. Okay. So now I'm going to tie my little knot right around this area, so that I can keep this from falling. Put a little glue on there. And that'll seal that deal. And I do the same thing to the other side. Those are on there. Pull those to the end. Cute little bobbles. And then you can gently tie this in a knot that'll keep like the little bunny kind of closed in your traveler's notebook, along with the charm. I'm not going to do a charm on camera, but this is the charm that I will attach to all of the pieces. There's a all of the swaps. I have a large ring. I have some green chain. I filled this little bottle with the rest of the sequin mix that's from the bunny. And then I have these charms here. And then I have this cute little bauble there. So that's how that's going to look. And then I'm going to finish it off with, since I don't have any, my bunny doesn't have any eyeballs or anything, I'm going to finish it off with this bow. I'm going to actually put a little thread in between here. And then that's going to go on my bunny here and here. Like so. And I have these bows available for my Patreons as well. So if you guys are watching and you want it, it's in there. All right. And then I'm going to add this love sentiment to this little bunny. They all have something different too, I believe. I pulled out different things. All right, and that's gonna go there. And that's it, guys. That is what I did with my traveler's notebook. I hope you were inspired. I hope this helps out somebody. I don't know, child, but I think it turned out cute. It's cute enough for me. I hope the ladies like what I did. To finish it up, I haven't decided, but I better hurry up. I have pulled out these reversible, which I probably will end up using because I really like this pink. I pulled that. I mean this gold and the sound. And then I have some of this to use to see what happens. But that's it, guys. If you can take a moment and like this video, if you liked what I created, if you learned something, or if you just like watching me struggle, hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.